What's up, Limeheads? The day has finally arrived. In a few short minutes, this phone right here will ring, and the phone interview that you've been waiting for will start. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy what you're about to watch. What's up, Limeheads? You're watching a very exclusive interview here at Long Island Music and Entertainment. Because as you can see by what you're watching, we have on the phone with us Valley Stream's own, Long Island's own, very funny comedian. You might know who I'm talking about. We have Mr. Jim Breuer. Jim, thanks for checking in with us.
What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in New Jersey on a field, baseball field.
Huh.
And I'm training for my Mets fantasy camp in January. It's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm practicing pitching because I won my first game last year. Went 7 innings, complete game, 2 runs.
Very cool.
Even though my arm was numb until May,
huh?
It was worth every second of it. And so I want to start being able to be an animal by the time I get back down there.
Very cool. Now, that's funny that you mentioned that you are a Met fan, because we are one of your 400,000 followers on Facebook, and if you are a fan of yours on Facebook, you know that you breathe orange and blue, as you just said, as do I. I am a Mets fan here, so, so far, so it's not looking so good towards the end of the season, but at the end of every Mets game, whether they win or lose, you get on Facebook Live, and you do a reaction of the game. Tell us how that all got started and what the reason behind that was.
Well, the whole thing was I'm behind the curve with social media. I'm not a social media guy. And it was 2 years ago, and I had this guy work with me. He's like, Jim, you have to make videos every day and go on Twitter. And I said, I'm not doing that. Well, that's the age. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to try to be funny every day. I got a family. I got a life. Besides the stage, it's so much more stressful to think, okay, here's the funny line of the day for me to put out there for 10 people to go, ha-ha, and 20 people go, you suck, hope you die, you've been nothing since SNL. Like, it's not, I have no appeal to that. So, finally I tried it, and I had this lady from Facebook go, your fans don't even care if you're funny. They just relate to you, and Facebook's your demographic. Everyone that likes you is a Facebook person. Just make little videos with your family. Oh, God, all right. So I started making a couple videos in February 2015. Now, at the same time, my wife was going through her second battle with cancer. And she was going through chemo, and it wasn't a fun time. But we bonded together as a family, and we did very well. And came April, opening day, as all Met fans or baseball fans, I was so excited. It was big, sexy Bartolo Colon versus Max Scherzer from the Nationals, who just signed a $1 billion contract, and they're going to win the World Series. And Mets had no hits going into the 7th inning, but Bartolo was going toe for toe, and he only gave like 2 hits. And then the Mets then finally got a hit, and they scored runs off Scherzer. And so, just like every other Met game, I'm watching like it's Game 7 of the World Series, losing my mind. Like, oh, big bag, Max Scherzer, you're out of the game, Max! You're out of the game! There's your $250 million! It's on the bench, because I'm going nuts, so. And my wife, with no hair, just came back from chemo, no energy. I'm looking at her, and she's giggling. I said, what's so funny? And I swear to God, it's like a movie. She goes, this is what you should be making videos of. I said, what are you talking about? She goes, this, the fan. I've been saying this for years. You should do Met fan stuff. The fans will love it because it's real. And I went, oh my God. She goes, don't videotape. And because I started making practice videos, she went, no, just put it out there. If you don't say a guy's name right, or if you don't, just put it out there. And I put the first game out there, and
Living a fan favorite all throughout the area, all throughout the metro area. You know, a lot of people are liking them, so you're doing a good job with them.
Yeah, and then what blew me away is when it was over, she said, you got to do every game. I said, I'm not doing every game. She says, do every game. And that night, SNY called. Said, hey, do you mind if we show your video? So, what? ESPN, MLB, hey, is it okay for us to use? I'm like, what? And then I started seeing my YouTube videos going up. Like, what the hell is going on? And then what really kicked in is the Mets won 11 in a row that year. Oh. And that's when the Met fans started really going, like, who is this guy? This is hilarious. This is amazing. And then by the time they hit the World Series, which who knew that was going to happen, it was up to $2 million a night. And I did it all throughout last year. I think I did it all this year up until maybe around the All-Star game. And I've slowed down. And now I'm going to do more like a monthly and season recap until next year, because at the end of the day, their season is over, and it's more of like, oh, all right, let's see how Dominic Smith is. Let's see how Ahmad is going to do, and who are we going to get, and what are we doing next year? It's clearly the season's over, so
right.
And it was over from May.
Yeah,
because, you know,
yeah, I was just going to say that.
We just haven't admit it yet, but
and that actually brings me to my next point, because not only are you doing your videos, but you want fans to start creating their own. You started a website, or you're starting a website called Basketballs and Brew. That's BREU.com, where you want fans to submit their own videos. And tell us more about that as well.
Yeah, so when that all came about, what I loved the most was the interaction with all the fans on Facebook. I just couldn't believe. I would cipher through all the good people and talk to them, even though some were Yankee fans, some were Tiger fans. They were fans of all other teams. And I started saying, well, why don't you? And they'd all go, God, I wish we had a guy like you doing our team. And I would encourage them, well, you make a video. And so I started making a website. It took forever. Had a lot of flaws. It finally was workable by this year. But the intent was, and still is, to make an ESPN for fans, run by the fans. So my dream with Bats, Balls, and Brew is people start putting their videos up. Whether it doesn't have to be a recap, it could be why you think you're going to win that series, or what your thoughts are, what's going to go on, or you could be doing rants. And then from there, I'm going to eventually hunt you down, and we'll make a weekly recap and a best of, and start calling you and asking you why you're such a big Braves fan, and what makes the Braves so, why you honestly, I went to a couple games with real fans that I met off Facebook, and I was way more fascinated sitting with them than watching, MLB and all that other stuff, because the real fans are authentic. There's passion. There's such a passion there, and that I don't want that ever to escape from baseball. I think it's been
right. All the fans, including myself, we appreciate something like that. And hey, you never know, you might see a video of me up there one day.
Like for instance, like I have no problem saying I think I think Stanton is on steroids. I'm sorry. Where ESPN's not going to say that. They're not going to say, well, they're going to say he's having a good year. No, I think he's on steroids. I look at his build, and I don't buy that he has 40, 50. When he hits a ball, it's no different than the way McGuire and Bonds used to hit it. I don't buy stuff like, and that a fan can say that because he doesn't have a corporation backing him. And I'm going to be honest, there was a time where I thought Judge was, where I just 30 homers by the All-Star break? Come on, man. No one's that good. I don't care how big he is. There's something wrong there. He's big.
I'm
not buying it.
He certainly crushed them during the home run derby, though. That was quite impressive.
Yes, and so did McGuire, and so did all the other guys that were on Juice.
Yeah. All right, so switching gears. Once again, you're listening to Jim Breuer. We have him on the phone, exclusive interview here at Long Island Music and Entertainment. And Jim, I don't know if you know, but here at Lime, Long Island Music and Entertainment, we are headquartered in Bethpage. And not only is Bethpage home to us, but Bethpage is home to Grumman Studios. And I'm sure you're familiar with Grumman Studios because on September 25th, Season 2 of Kevin James's new show, Kevin Can Wait, is premiering on CBS. Once again, that's September 25th. And last season, you made a few guest appearances as the character Father Philip. And we understand that you're making are you going to be a regular this season, or is it just sporadic appearances?
I think sporadic appearances, but the cool thing is I am on the season premiere. I just filmed it last week.
See, we should have done this phone interview last week because I applied for tickets and I didn't get.
Well, I wasn't there live. All my stuff was pre-taped, but I'm in a lot.
Yeah, actually, we were down there twice last season too. But it's a very cool experience. Kevin does a great job, and with Leah on cast, it's going to be a good show this year.
Well, I can tell you just with Leah there, she brings a whole different dynamic. I was there a bunch last year, and I don't know if it's, Kevin's got a lot on his shoulders. He really runs and oversees everything. He is so hands-on. And so I don't know if it was the stress of he's got to get through a season, know when he gets on again, or whatever it was. He was night and day. He was so relaxed. He was laughing a whole lot. He was giggling. He was interacting with everyone. And I've been on many TV sets, and I gotta say, it was like being a ball player in the major leagues. And I'm not saying it wasn't like that last year, but it was like, oh, so this is what it's supposed to be like. Okay. There's just a different feeling in that show, and I think it's going to skyrocket this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious, last season. I can't wait to see what's in store for this season.
Leah's hilarious. She finds funny in areas that aren't funny. That I learned. I've been around for a long time, but to sit and watch someone else just watch the way they act and find the funny in areas that weren't even funny, I was really impressed by watching her. True professional. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, and actually, my dad and I, we went to the last two shows last season, with her starring in it, and it was cool at the end. You get to meet Kevin and Leah as well. And I remember Leah from not King of Queens, but I remember Leah from being Stacey Carosi on Saved by the Bell. Wow, I don't even remember her on there.
Yeah, she was Carosi's daughter when they did the beach episodes.
Wow, that's nuts, man. Good memory.
Yeah, so when I met her at the end of the show, when her and Kevin were signing, I told her that. I'm like, yeah, I was a fan of yours of Stacey Carosi, and she laughed about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be a good season. I'm glad I'm part of it. I think I'm just gonna, maybe be on 2 or 3 episodes this year. Whatever they put me in, I'll be happy.
Right. Now, are you always shoot it offset, or do you come to Grumman Studios sometimes?
No. I've been in the studio. The first one I was on, I did live. The second one, Sandler was on, and he couldn't be there the whole week, so we pretty much had to film the whole show in 2 days. So I was there, but we pre-taped. And then the last one was a lot of at a church, so I had to do a lot of pre-tape for this one. And this one, I would have been there live. They actually worked around me because I had to drop off my daughter in college, my firstborn. And I was dropping off on Friday, and they said, we just want to pre-tape all your stuff. So I pre-taped all day Thursday of last week and rehearsed on Tuesday and Wednesday. But usually I'm there. It's always there. And the last one we taped in the back.
Very cool. Now, are you friends with Adam Sandler as well?
I'm not. I wouldn't say friends. We don't go out to dinner, but I've had conversations with him, and
yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites as well. And him and Chris Rock are out here shooting. And I actually applied to be an extra in his movie that was supposed to be filming today, but I didn't get called for it. So it's all good because I got you on the phone. So it's a win-win for me today.
There you you go.
So once again, we have Jim Breuer on the phone, exclusive interview here at Long Island Music and Entertainment. And recently, you are you've been a Judas Priest fan for quite a long time, and you had the honor of being on Central Comedy Jam with your idol, Rob Hadford. How was that?
That was pretty sick. I mean, I first metal concert was at the Coliseum with it was Priest. God, was it with Maiden? I don't even remember who the first band was, but that was my whole youth right there. Priest, Scorpions, Metallica, Accept, Dokken, Motley Crue, all seeing them at Nassau Coliseum. And that song by Priest, "You Got Nothing Coming," that was my national anthem. Everyone that knew me, they knew that was my national anthem growing up. And to have Halford do the song with me, not only was it pretty cool and sick, but it was the first time he dressed like it was 1982 in like 30 years. Like, wow, this is pretty. I felt like a kid. I mean, who gets to do that? It's ridiculous.
That's awesome. So, all right. So, since we're here on Long Island Music and Entertainment, just figure, get some feelings from you when you come back here to home on Long Island, especially during the summer. What's one thing that you have to do here on Long Island during the summertime, that either by yourself or with your family? What's one thing that you must do over the summer here on Long Island?
It's the easiest thing. It has nothing to do with the summer. I go to Ancona Pizza in Valley Street, New York. It's the best pizza in the world. I'll fight anyone tooth and nail with their, "No, you've never been to here, and you've never been to there." Ancona Pizza is where I love to go when I hit home. Matter of fact, when I was filming Kevin Can Wait, I made sure I hit my Ancona Pizza. And then, besides that, I like summertime stuff. I never was a Jones Beach guy. I used to go to Point Lookout, which doesn't even exist anymore. I used to go to Malibu Beach, but it's really, I just take in the whole scene. I love delis. I always get a deli, go to deli and get a hero there, which they don't even call anywhere else. They don't call it a hero anywhere else. It's a sub or a hoagie, where that's what I love most about Long Island. And I drive around the neighborhoods, because that's what I remember about Long Island too, is just the neighborhood feel of everyone looking after each other. You don't have to like everyone, but you should know everyone on your street.
Right. That's cool. And we were also looking on your Facebook page, and you have a bunch of dates coming up. None around here. The states around here, but not the New York, Long Island immediate area. So you want to tell everyone where you're going to be performing?
Well, I'll be up in Massachusetts, but I will be in Long Island in November.
Okay.
And it's really good. I'll be at the Paramount. It's called Evening with Jim Breuer.
Nice.
And it's all about growing up on Long Island and getting SNL and Half Baked, and it's like it goes from how I balanced keeping my family morals, my blue collar settings, while I was in the vanity world. And it's a pretty awesome show, and that'll be at the Paramount in November. It's called The Evening with Jim Breuer. Yeah, the Paramount is one of our favorite venues. We visit there quite frequently to do stories of concerts and stuff. It's an amazing venue. Yeah, it's good. So don't miss that. I'll be there. I'll tear it up, and I hope to see you guys there again. All right. So we know you're busy. We know you have other calls and other people to see. I'm going to end the interview, but could you just stay on the line for one more minute? Sure. All right.